everyone, it's me, Lindsay with EquipMeOT, here today to talk about the most challenging vehicle for accessibility. You may think it's a sedan or maybe a low sports car or even an SUV, but it's actually a truck. So trucks are extremely common. This F-150 is one of the most popular vehicles on the road, and I found that in a lot of situations it was the car that was picking people up to take them to appointments, and the challenge was getting individuals up onto these passenger seats. These are very tall. I'm 5'4". This truck is completely standard with no extra lift, and my hip lines up with the seat, so I have to use the running boards to step up, and that is going to be the case for most users. Now, the problem with the running boards, even the standard running boards, is this distance is quite high. So we have to do some adjustments to make this possible for most users. Now, I will say this is going to work for individuals who have some mobility available to them. So this is for individuals who may be weak or have balance challenges, but are still able to do small steps and just need some stabilizing in order to do this safely. So let me show you a few things that can make a huge difference for a passenger getting into the side seat, either front or back, this will work for either, of a truck. So first big piece of advice is if you're transporting somebody in a tall vehicle, take advantage of the curbs. So I'm at a local church. This has curbs and curb cutouts. Avoid the curb cutout when you park and instead park as close to the curb as you can, because now you've just added several inches of height to the ground. At this height, at my height, at 5'4", I may now be able to reach the seat with my backside, no modifications other than adding a grab point. This is my favorite grab point to add. By simply going like this, I can get my butt up onto the seat. Now, if your person you're working with is going to struggle with that movement, you can still take advantage of utilizing a bit of a step. But now you have this really gradual step up. None of these steps are as dramatic because we took advantage of the curb height. So first bit of advice, always use curbs to your advantage to help you get in and out. You've probably seen them before, and if you haven't, these are a game changer. This is called a car cane. Car canes simply go into the latch system of the door, and they just offer a secondary handle. Most trucks have these kind of grab handles up high, but for some users that's too high to reach, and this can be such a helpful position to be able to stabilize and step up and in. The second thing you can add is something like this. This is a handle that goes around the window and actually closes up in. It can be adjusted for length and can be really useful. I find it more useful for getting out of the vehicle than getting into the vehicle, but I can show how these go in as well. I actually really like these for drivers who are utilizing a truck, so I'll show you on the driver's side. But again, for the passenger, I'm going to do something to make my life easier as the assistant. I'm going to put something on the seat to help them slide. This is just a garbage bag. I recommend this across the board if you're trying to get somebody into a vehicle who maybe tends to get caught up on the seat. This is going to give them the ability to slide easily once they get their backside up onto the seat, because they'll have done some work already up to that point. There are a lot of different step stool options. I like the ones with extra handles. Again, I'm a big fan of just offering as many stabilizing points as possible. This one I've shown before. It's one of my favorite options for trucks in general, because not only does it have this adjustable stabilizing handle, but the legs on it are adjustable. So you can set the height accordingly. It has a pretty good size foot plate as well, and it's all made out of metal. Now the downside to it is it has got some weight to it. It is a heavier design, and if you're going to be assisting somebody to get into the vehicle, it then has to go into the back seat because it takes up a lot of room. So if I were to use this one, I'd simply set it up like this, and now I have the ability to have my person who is going to be getting in grab here and here, two stable points that I can really rely on. Now, if this is too high of a step, I could lower this a little bit and make a lower step and kind of create that in-between step. From here, we have choices. We can pivot. A lot of people actually prefer to go back and slide in. I've got the seat nice and slippery with the added, ooh, there's a bumblebee. Nice and slippery with the added bag underneath me, and I can slide right in. Now, I have another option that if this is a little bulky, I did find this one to be quite interesting, and it's another style, a little bit easier for transporting. You can see it folds up nice. The handle isn't quite as high, and you can lock it into place, and the handle slides up. And it has these little stabilizing feet. It's not quite as tall and it doesn't have quite as big a foot plate, but like I said, it doesn't take up as much room, a little bit easier for transport. So if you're concerned yourself about having to find a spot in the back of the vehicle for this thing, this might be a better option. And I'll link below to all of these. So again, you can see this one's also quite a bit lower, and what that looks like. You can see here that the running board is a non-negotiable. I'm going to use this thing on both the driver's and the passenger side, so if your vehicle doesn't have a running board, that needs to be there in order for any of these techniques to work. So I can use this one, and you can see the distance now is a little bit more, but I still have plenty of foot room, and I can still use that foot to push off of and on. Anytime you're assisting somebody to get into a truck, you're going to likely be providing some physical stabilizing support throughout. So I did that by myself, but if you were assisting somebody to get into the vehicle, stand nice and close, offer them some stabilizing support, because this is a daunting distance to travel. So now let's see what happens if you are going to be using a truck as the driver and you're looking for some accessibility solutions. Now, if you're the driver of a truck, and I don't blame you because these are so fun to drive, and you're struggling to get in and out, there are definitely a few things you can do to make it easier. Again, we're going to talk about these. These handy bars are so useful. You can use them on the driver's side as you did on the passenger side to get yourself in and out. I also like these handles for the driver specifically. They can be really helpful in grabbing the door when you're getting out of the vehicle to kind of help slide you around, or to stabilize if you're backing up and in. Now, I do recommend a slightly different setup as far as the step stools are concerned. If you're using the ones with the handles, the problem with those is that they're a little cumbersome to get in and out of the vehicle. The folding one might be an option, but I have a couple of other options that I think are slightly better for a driver's scenario. So this is actually an RV step. RV steps are notoriously stable. They're a little bit bigger platform and they have a great deal of weight capacity. The feet do fold up, so you could decide if you wanted to, transport it, if you want the feet folded up, and they have adjustable height. So depending on what your height needs are, this is going to give you just a bit more flexibility. They are heavier though. This is all metal, so the frame on it does have some weight, but I do recommend that it has a handle, and I'll show you why in a second. But this type of step, again, you're going to use it just like you did on the other side, but this time you're using it for yourself, and you're going to set it in place. And make sure, I'm going to show you, you have to have a tool ready for yourself when you get up and into the car, because you have to be able to get this up behind you. This is actually a dressing stick, but I like it because of the hook ends. They come in, this one's 35.5 inches long, which is actually long enough for me to retrieve something from way down here, from up on this seat. So something like this in the passenger seat next to you is going to allow you to have this step stool with you all the time. So let me show you what this looks like when I put it all together. I'm going to either step forward onto it or backwards. I'm going to step forward. I'm going to use this as my stabilizer. I'm going to step up. I can stabilize here. Now I like, again, to turn. Feet on the running board, backside on the seat. I'm up and in. Now again, I can take this out. I grab my handy tool, and this is where this hook comes in handy. I can actually retrieve this and bring it up next to me, set it in the passenger seat. I can fold up the feet if I want to, and off I go. If this is too heavy and cumbersome to use and you don't need the extra weight capacity, in comes this guy. This is the lightest weight, easiest step stool I have found for this task. And again, what I love, again, is it has the handle here. I'll show you for getting out of the vehicle. I can use the handle to support myself as I kind of get this open like that. And now when I put this back in the car, because you're going to need it, I can use this handle here, and I can use my stabilizer handle, which can be reinstalled. I installed this a little far away from me. You can put it anywhere along this whole part of the window, so depending on how far your reach is. I like this because I'm going to kind of pull myself forward. I've got a lot of stabilizing points here. I step down, and I'm out. Now, if I couldn't bend to retrieve it, I'd want to make sure to have my handy dandy hook with me. Some people I've talked to actually use a cane for this. They'll flip their cane over and grab it. But now I can just do this, throw it back on the seat, and this is all ready for me when I come back to the vehicle to get back in. So that's how I would set up my truck to be a little more accessible if I had some mobility challenges. If you have more questions like this on how to stay safe and independent in your home and community, consider subscribing to EquipMeOT. Thank you.